I'll tell you this, El Patron has his good side and his bad side. Very dark indeed is his majesty when he wants to be. When he was young, he made a choice, like a tree does when it decides to grow one way or the other. He grew large and green until he shadowed over the whole forest, but most of his branches are twisted. Hey there! The quotation I just read is from the award-winning 2002 novel The House of the Scorpion by Nancy Farmer. The House of the Scorpion is a young adult science fiction novel about a futuristic dystopian society, which takes place mainly in Mexico and the southwestern United States. The story follows the life of a boy named Mateo Alcaran, from ages 6 to 14. Mateo, or Matt, is a clone. He was harvested from a DNA sample, grown inside the womb of a cow, and birthed without a mother or father. Matt is raised by a kind woman named Celia, who loves him dearly, although he still desires a real family. Matt lives a sheltered life as a young child, but suddenly he finds out that he is the clone of a powerful and controlling drug lord, El Patron. Opium, or the futuristic country where the story takes place, is fueled by its drug production. Many drugs that are illegal today, including opiates, are all legal in opium. Throughout the course of the novel, Matt struggles with his identity as a clone, adapting to his new life as El Patron's protege and the trials and tribulations of growing up. The main thread of the story lies within Matt's desire to live freely as a human, not as a clone, and to make decisions for himself and not for El Patron. This book is gripping. The story starts out pretty mildly, but the harshness of opium is soon revealed, and the story and Matt's will to survive become more and more intense. Although the storyline is dense, it was a pretty quick read for me because it's fast-paced and suspenseful. One of the major themes in The House of the Scorpion is Matt's moral code. And this moral code is developed in part by his upbringing, his love for El Patron, and his religious beliefs. Most of the characters in the book show some sense of religiousness. Although there is no mention of any character practicing religion, religion weaves its way through Matt's life. It makes sense that religion is not a huge part of the lives of those who live in opium, but rather it acts as a guiding light towards comfort and home, especially because the novel takes place in such a dystopian and twisted society. I absolutely loved reading this book, and I would recommend it to anyone who enjoyed The Hunger Games or just generally likes any other action-packed or dystopian society stories. If you're in need of a book for a school project with a lot of depth to explore and you need a lot of different things to analyze and talk about, I would definitely recommend using this book. Also, this book reminded me a lot of Kazuo Ishiguro's Never Let Me Go, because one of the major themes in House of the Scorpion is Matt's identity as a clone and how that differentiates him from the rest of his society. So some similarities there as well. Also, if you have read The House of the Scorpion and didn't know that there's a sequel, there is. It came out pretty recently in 2013. So be sure to check it out if you haven't read it. And if you need a cool place to come and buy any of these books, you guys should all come down to Children's Book World, which is an awesome bookstore, and I will totally wrap your books for free.